with the radiations which come from the space, the radiation which comes from the inside decay of the materials from the planet itself can lead to a lot of new conditions. So how do we extract this? We have to understand this. We have to understand how we can use understanding of the plasma to reduce the effect of environmental radiation, which can lead to biological and chemical change in the body of the man, that it can lead to diseases, can be sorted. How do you do it? How you bracket it? In positioning two rings, and mixture of the material in the two rings gives the boundary expectation of the body of the man. You limit it to man, because this is what you need. But when you go to space and you get another creature coming to you, meet you, or you come across this boundary of the field, the strength could be way over, critical to him. That's what we said from the beginning. If you remember, you never enter in a space in somebody else's domain. Your spaceship is your domain, their spaceship is their domain. We meet in the environment which is balanced for both of us. You never invite one on board. Not because you're afraid of him, because you're correct, you might kill him. Or you might give him some diseases from yourself. If you find a position where he is happy with, you are happy with, that's where you meet. The existence of man in a space has to be a peaceful transition path. It has to be understood, not just what's good for you, is what is good for everyone concerned. It does not matter irrespective of origin of the creation. So how do you handle it? How do we, at this moment of time, can help a large number of people with these kind of problems, or in the space? The easiness of it is that you create a very strong plasma field, and within the plasma field, you create another plasma field. What you do, you create a boundary that one field absorbs and one field rejects. Means you deliberately create gravitational in one of your reactors and magnetical in another reactor. Then you set and you change the third reactor and you rotate the rotation of the fields without ever touching the top reactor. That, in this case, if there is any field changes, is removed from the environmental reactors, the living quarters, to the base. This is essential. This is part of the fundamental, what you call decontamination. The decontamination in the space is not going and washing the wall and using bleach and God knows what. The decontamination in the space is understanding the work of the plasma, that you can remove plasmas which are not within the structure. So, if you have a spaceship like this is the living quarters, and you have the reactors like this, there's no use using your boundary reactors to pull them to the side. What you've got to do, you create, as I said, to extract the fields which are not needed in the lower part, and then you choose the third reactor to rotate to reduce the strength or reject the fields into outside. That's the only way you can literally clean the cloud from unwanted energies. There is no other way. You cannot go and wash and change the field strength in every corner. But this due to the interaction of the fields, will interact, and you find, as I said, an interaction and a rejection. So as you interact, you reject, and you empty the platform. Can we do the same with the body of the man in a case of biochemical nuclear condition? Yes, it can be done.